first met Bill, and I didn't realize it until we were talking later, a long time ago when he was playing in a group triad with Chris Albert. And I came out to see Chris and our old friends for a long time when Chris was living in Dallas. And I came out to see them at a restaurant. And uh, Bill has a great voice, and triad had great three-part harmonies. I just loved hearing that group. And plus Bill plays a great guitar, so you guys are in for a real special treat.
Wow. Thanks, Barbie. I'm, I'm humbled. Let me check. Oh yeah, I want to do like this. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the best bands I ever played in with, Chris. That I found a cassette tape recently that I'm thinking of copying and sending to you. It's hilarious. It's got a bunch of practicing in it, and it's got some songs that I'd forgotten we even did.
When
Um,
did you move to Dallas? You've been here for a long time.
I came in 1980, August of 1980.
From Colorado or
Well, uh, I grew up in Colorado, and then I hitchhiked to California, and then I became destitute. And my parents had moved to Lubbock, and they said, you can go to school here if you uh, want to. And so, why don't you visit us for Christmas? So I did, and I started going to school there, and that's where I met Melissa, my wife. And then Melissa and anyway, I went to California again, and that was really, really stupid. It's kind of like the Mike City Slicker, where he thought the big deal was in California when he realized that that wasn't the big deal. So I came back and on my hands and knees and begged her to take me back, and eventually she did. But that was kind of around the time that Melissa and I were trying to get back together. It was right after Triad. I was playing with them for a while, but she and I were starting to gingerly see if we couldn't. It's a long story, but we got married, separated, divorced, and then remarried, and we've been remarried for some time now.
that's great. What a great story. So you went to the same college as Harry did.
Yeah, Texas Tech. I was there briefly, but enough to really, really have some extremely fond memories of Lubbock.
We have a number of Texas Tech alumni in our organization.
Well,
Well,
I
what are you going to play for us? Your first song in the first round.
this song came to me in a fever dream about 30 plus years ago. I know because I was working with the city of Dallas and I was still at Fair Oaks before I was transferred to Illinois Street. And so I remember it came to me around then. So I was transferred in 92. So sometime before 92, the words came to me all at once. But it's taken me up until this moment, and still I'm not sure, to actually hammer out the exact structure. I'm convinced that there's a perfect structure for this song, but I'm never convinced that the version I'm going to play at the time is absolutely perfect. But this is what the last two verses I've always had trouble with. Well, relatively speaking, I'm still working on them, but I think I've got them. Anyway, this one is a story of sin and redemption. 3 older men and I went riding with intent to kill. The West was still untamed as yet, and there was blood to spill. They chose their victims carefully, those that deserved to die. 3 came to make the women hurt, I came to make them cry. 3 whole years we rode the desert, seeking what we could find. Fighting tricks the heat can play upon the weary mind. Then one day we pulled into a God-forsaken town. By the trough she stood, and there my memory reeled around. Faintly though familiar was she, God, was she the one? I looked into her dark brown eyes and realized what I'd done. Suddenly my blood turned at the corner of my eye, revealed a gunman standing there with time for me to die. I could have been a dead man after all I'd done, why not? I don't remember clearly, all I know is no one shot. Later on they took me in and bandaged all my fears. They told me that they'd prayed for me in spite of bitter tears. They said they'd always known someday our paths would cross again. I never knew such love before, especially from them. Sunday morning never was another day for me, but something different happened there. Forgiveness set me free. They told me that they'd prayed for me in spite of all the loss. They took me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They took me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They took me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They'd led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. After that, my life was never quite the same again. I understood the blood atonement and the price for sin. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They'd led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross.
That
Thank
was
you.
wonderful, Bill. So I think we're going to have Bill Martin up next. He's going to be
Yeah.
through.
Barb, we've got about 13 more songs to do. And that's a good hour's worth. So
And so
we
what?
might start limiting the talking just a little bit. I mean, I love to hear it, unless y'all want to go over.
I don't think we have much to talk about anymore. We did all of our interviews. And
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna make some music now.
now we just hear the songs. And so, Bill, which song are you going to do for us next? Unmute Bill.
I don't know much about love. That was my mistake. I forgot to unmute.
Okay. I love that song. Great.
Thanks.
Here we go.
If you knew what I went through, if I only knew what I had done to you, we could only stand in wonder how the lot of us survived without a clue. I don't know much about love. can't help how I feel. Understanding this is more than I can do. But I know that love is real, and I often wonder what it means to you. But I don't know much about love. I'm confused, undecided. I'm at odds with what I think that I should do. And my spirit so divided. Oh my God, I need to know your love is true. But I don't know much about love. True love so hard to find, but I will find peace of mind, 'cause I know that love is true. Yet I often wonder what I mean to you. I don't know much about love. I don't know much about love.
That's such a beautiful song, and beautiful melody, great chord changes, super song.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I know
Bill,
he doesn't want that, but
yeah,
we'll get Bill.
looks like Bill's unmuted, and we're on our way there. Which song are you gonna do this round?
I could never.
You could never what?
I could never leave you, because if I did, I would lie out in the streets, homeless, helpless, and completely useless to society.
And there's a lot of things he doesn't know much about too.
Yeah, I know. He could never, and no, and didn't.
He can never, and he doesn't know much. Okay.
Incredibly pathetic combination. So, and originally I had thought that this was going to be a song about eternal love forever and ever and ever. And the more people heard it, the more they were thinking, "You schmuck, there's no possible way you could survive without her." So the song's got those. What's the point in telling you if you don't believe it's true? I could never leave you. Supernatural super glue bound together, me and you. I could never leave you. I will always love you. I will love and keep you. I could never ever leave you. Driving in the car with you, all alone it's just we two. I could never leave you. Please don't let me go. Freeze me in the snow, my sweet. Please don't throw my clothes out in the street. responsibility. I have skated on, saying I don't know. All my honeydews wait for tomorrow. I could never balance on a fence. I think you know I need you so. I could never leave. I could never leave. I could never leave you.
That's the end of round 3. And now, ding, 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 ding. Here is round 4. Bill Martin is going to do his last song, which is that summer song.
Thank you very much. I have to warn you though, this song is really long. It's probably over 4 minutes.
I think we can handle it.
Okay. Summertime was hot and muggy. Summertime was overgrown. Summertime gave way to fall, and summertime is gone. And summertime is gone. Is gone. Winter seasons in my life are wasted times I wander through. Feels like every fall now I'll look back and think of you. But summertime
That was wonderful, Bill.